Okay, it's recording, but, like, we'll cut this out, okay. Welcome back to the Café! Woo! Anyway, yeah. Time of recording, it is October 30th. It's spooky season.
It's currently, I can English today. It's currently 11:15 on October the 30th, so I guess we're gonna go till it's actually Halloween.
Yeah! Wow.
Big fat spooks.
We're gonna do a spooky episode today.
Mm-hmm, yeah. It's gonna be Elfie.
Yeah, so I know we're shit at deadlines, but...
I'm so sorry.
But, like, clearly God just did not want this podcast to work.
Mm-hmm. You know, like several computer crashes later.
It's okay.
I have a new laptop now.
We've refilmed episode 2, like, 4 times now, so...
And, like,
we don't talk about it.
Over half a year of, like, global pandemics, protests, the world just going to shit.
You know what? We need more normal fear back in our lives. So, we're working on it. Okay, so...
We're sorry. We're alive.
Yes.
That's all
and
that
today
matters.
we are here to spook.
Ooh. Wow.
Okay, so... Before we get started on my list of hell...
It's a long list, y'all.
It's a very long list of hell. I even put a table on the document.
I think I'll do well with this.
Okay.
Chanty and I are just
It's alright. If you don't want
hug
me
each
to
other.
read actual spooky stories, that's fine.
Go for it.
Do it.
About Halloween, do you guys have any spooky stories or feelings about Halloween?
Oh my gosh, I have a great one. I have a really, really good one, and it's terrifying. Okay, so, there was a little girl...
Wait, before you say that,
Yes.
I have one.
Oh no.
My exam almost timed out in the AP section.
Did you really?
Almost.
You
But it was fine.
living on the edge. That's more terrifying than anything.
That's my own horror story.
My
life is a horror story.
Wait, I have a short horror story.
Go for it.
When I was doing my AP music sight singing exam, there was a piano playing upstairs, so it's all I could hear.
Oh, no.
And that's my horror story.
Well, at least you can music. I cannot. I would have been like, well, time to start over. Okay,
What's your horror?
It's like a literal horror story, not from my life. Okay, so there was a little girl, and her parents were leaving town for the weekend.
It's supposed to be your own personal horror story, Janae, but you know, you can do it too.
Oh, I didn't get that memo. Sorry. This is just a literal horror story that terrified me the first time I heard it. Because the first time I heard it was like on my 13th birthday, driving home in the dark from seeing a musical.
Oh, that's always terrible.
And I was like, we're gonna die. Okay, so there's a little girl. Her parents were going away, and they bought her like a big dog to protect her.
Oh no, it's not this one.
This always...
Have I told you this one?
Yeah, you have.
Okay, well, audience, you haven't heard this, so pay attention. So, they bought her this dog. They leave. So, she's going around at night, turning everything off so she can go to bed. So, she climbs into bed, and she sticks her hand under the covers to check if the dog is there, and the dog licks her hand. And then she hears a dripping sound, which is really weird because she had turned everything off. So, she goes to check the kitchen sink, and it's off, so she doesn't really know what's happening. So she goes back to her bed, checks to see if the dog's there. Dog licks her hand. So then she continues to hear the drip, so she goes and she checks the kitchen sink again, and then she checks her bathroom sink, and neither of them are on. So she goes back to her bed, and she checks if the dog is still there, licks her hand. And then she continues to hear it, and she realizes the dripping sound is actually coming from her closet. So she opens her closet, only to find that it's her dog, dead, and the blood is dripping. And written in the blood, it says, "Humans can lick too." Yay!
Yeah, I know. Okay, first of all, the girl's fucking stupid. Like,
Same.
I don't understand why she didn't, like, pull back the covers.
I know, right?
like.
Also, why is the dog under the covers? What's happening there?
Yeah, I just don't understand.
But like, what else happened with the guy? Like, why didn't he kill her? Like,
Also, wouldn't you know, like, if there was a human under your covers?
like,
I thought it was under the bed.
Oh, I don't know.
no, I'm pretty sure the story is under the bed,
Right.
but still,
Honestly,
like.
it just makes me so thankful that I don't have an under the bed. I have a loft bed and I have my wardrobe underneath.
Oh my gosh,
But
yes.
like, also, like, I think if should at least actually check if your dog is
I know,
there.
right? It's like, how do you
Also,
mix up a freaking
What was the guy doing? Like, was he just there? Like, why did he kill her? Did he just
He's got a kink,
like,
okay?
her
Leave him
hat?
alone.
Ew. Turns out it's just like her like drunk friend. Like under the
Hello.
covers, like, hello.
Like, why is he just licking her hand? Did he like wait for her to see it before, like,
it's
see
very-
humans can lick too before killing
I mean,
her? Like,
obviously
how fucking dramatic is he?
It leaves more to the imagination, because then it's like you imagine yourself in the situation, so that's where the horror part comes in, because you're like, ah, frick, now there's like something horrible under my bed. Or my
I would go
room.
back and be
But
like, can we be friends?
The funniest thing is that for me, just like, this doesn't even apply, because my room is a freaking like booby trap. There's like so
really
it's so
is.
messy.
It is.
Like a serial killer would walk in and like trip and die in my room. Like,
then
first
you
of all,
would, like,
the
wake
windows have bars on them, because you
Yeah.
know, like apartment buildings.
So that
And
we don't
I
yeet
have
out.
like things hanging like all over the place, like those like seashells and stuff. So like it's like like clinking and
He
like,
would make so
and,
much
like,
noise.
He just straight up crashed into my dresser because there's like 0 floor space in my room.
You would
like,
just wake up and look down from your loft and be like, are you trying to kill me? Get out.
Yeah, definitely.
No.
So I've told all of you, like, I mean, I've told them too about, the Catholic church the Catholic school I used to go to.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a convent, and there were a bunch of nuns. And you know when I start a story with the words, there was a bunch of nuns.
It always ends well.
Yeah. Actually, like, it wasn't anything to do with the nuns. Most of the nuns were really nice. It was just that, like, because the campus was so old, there were, like, actual urban fucking legends there. And so, like, everyone thought there was this ghost girl in the 4th stall.
Moaning Myrtle.
Yeah, it was basically our version of Moaning Myrtle, but, like, Chinese. And also, like, Bloody Mary, because apparently you could do a ritual to, like, summon her in the mirror. And people would dare each other to go into that bathroom stall. And one time I did, but it wasn't because I was being dared to go in, it's because I needed to piss.
That's a mood. Moaning Myrtle just comes out. She's like, this is mine.
Do you mind?
And so
I do.
because the campus was full of trees and shit, so, like, roots and branches would go in.
I heard
grow into
treason,
the-
and I was like, treason? Girl, chill.
No trees.
I know,
So
I got that.
I stepped on a branch without realizing that I was stepping on a branch, so when I heard the snapping noise, I just fucking bolted out of the stall. I was, like, crying because I thought the ghost was coming to get me. I was 8.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Ghost.
But I haven't seen a ghost in my life, except for that one time when I was in 1st grade and I was sitting in the ballet room and I thought I saw a face in the window.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
that's fun.
No, 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 no.
But I was probably just hallucinating.
Probably. I feel like if you just went to that school.
Yeah, like, if you go to that school, you start seeing things. Anyway.
That's
The Catholics.
Yeah, the Catholics.
The Catholics. Today's Protestant Reformation Day, we can say that. Anyway, spooky, I'm gonna... Wow.
By the way, we're not, I'm sorry if you're Catholic, we're not Disney.
We don't hate you.
We don't
love
hate
you.
you, we don't hate you. We make fun of Protestants all the time, too.
We make fun of ourselves. So
Yeah.
it's only fair that
If
we
you
make fun
hear-
of someone
We
else.
make fun of everybody.
If you hear crackling noises, it's because we're eating candy.
Fair
Or-
warning.
Yeah.
Actually, I need to crack my knuckles.
Oh!
That is
Oh, that
not
was-
candy.
Alright, I'm done.
Oh, okay, anyway, I'm gonna introduce some spooky media to you guys.
As Chanty and I huddle together in fear.
Okay, anyway, we can start with books. Does anybody know any scary books?
Scary books?
Does anyone have any they'd like to
Yeah,
talk about?
The Witches from Roald Dahl.
Yeah, that one's, like, terrifying.
It's
I mean,
whack.
I read like the Goosebumps.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, those ones are
Like,
terrifying.
children's
I have
horror is
horrible.
surprisingly
It really is.
effective.
I have 2 of the Goosebumps books on like audio, and they
No.
are
Why would you do that to yourself?
terrifying.
I wouldn't even, like, I didn't even read the Goosebumps books. Like, I read one book and I was done.
I think
Although,
they're, like,
like-
Mr. Midnight, like, I don't know if you guys know that
I do
series,
not.
But Jesus Christ.
What is that one?
No, it was a book series. It's like the Goosebumps series, but,
Uh-huh.
like, fucking traumatizing.
Always fun.
But, like, even worse.
Sorry, I'm eating Maltesers.
Yeah, anyway, So, if anybody needs some good horror book recommendations, always start with Stephen King. He's I actually don't know what his name is again.
He's the king of horror.
Yeah, the king of horror.
Name a book by him that I would know.
Pet Cemetery.
Literally just Pennywise. Everyone knows Pennywise.
Didn't know that was a book.
Oh
I'm cultured.
God.
My literary friends are slitting me.
Yeah, but yeah, Stephen King's really good. He has like a ton of different books on different topics too. Like there's Pet Sematary if you want to get fucked up. Like if you have a cat at home and you read Pet Sematary,
go kill your cat and bury it.
Do not. That is. Shit, I got my phone. That is not the moral of the story. Don't bury your fucking cat. That's not what you're supposed to do.
Cremate it and then consecrate it.
No.
Send its power into the earth.
There's like the classics like It and stuff. The Shining. The Shining's, of course, everyone knows The Shining. Although most people.
Is it The Shining's a movie, right? What's the movie that has like the twins?
The Shining?
It is?
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh,
I haven't seen that one, but I kind of want to watch it.
Have you seen those freaking like
You
they're
don't.
selling shirts right now of the twins from Shining, and I don't.
Yeah, in
understand
H&M,
why.
yeah.
Anyways,
Really?
Yeah.
it's stupid, but whatever.
I haven't seen it. Want to see it.
No, you don't.
Add it to my list.
I never want to see it. I'm terrible with horror. Like I cannot.
I refuse to see The Shining.
That will be our next.
Anyway, yeah.
Even if Elodie refuses to see The Shining, I'm not.
I'll watch it on my
anywhere
own.
near. No.
Yes.
Okay?
So anyway, The Shining is based on a book by Stephen King, and the sequel to it, Dr. Sleep, well, actually I wouldn't recommend Dr. Sleep, it's not that good. I mean, it's alright, but it's kind of whack. But then again, half of Stephen King's books are really whack anyway, so...
Valid.
Yeah, like, hold on. Wait, where's the list of Stephen King books I had that I was gonna recommend? Oh yeah, Carrie is really good. Misery's really good too. Salem's Lot. If It Bleeds. I liked If It Bleeds, but yeah, I think those are the ones I've read. I haven't actually read any other ones. Well, actually, I didn't finish Pet Sematary because I couldn't. At that point, I had like a cat in my house, so I did not want to finish that.
Fun!
Anyway, another horror book I'd really recommend is House of Leaves. That book fucked me up. It's like, I don't even know how to explain House of Leaves. But you should
Don't
just go
even try.
There's this one book, there's this, little, like, it's a book, but, like, it's a collection of short stories, you know, that kind of book. It's called Strange Weather, it's really good.
I see.
And then, of course, there's, like, classic horror novels that aren't really that scary, but, you know, like the Dracula, or, like, Frankenstein, or...
Vampires.
Frankenstein. Rip Greg.
When we... Okay, so, a little side note here. When we were doing Frankenstein in lit class, we named him Greg. But like a monster.
My man Greg.
My man Greg. Yeah.
Honestly, I wouldn't even say it was horror. It was very...
It's supposed to be horror, it's not scary.
I feel like it's like more of like a sci-fi?
Yeah, I mean, like... Mary Shelley...
Don't some people call it the first
essentially
sci-fi?
invented sci-fi.
Yeah, like
I have so much respect for her, and I have so much respect for Greg.
Yeah, like first, I mean, like people are still arguing whether or not they call Frankenstein horror, but you know, I think some people said Dorian Gray counted as horror.
Yes.
Yeah, Dorian Gray counts as horror, I think, but in a very Oscar Wilde way, which is to say, it's purple as fuck. But
for those of you who don't know,
basically, there's one whole chapter that's basically just all description, and you can skip it. It's not plot relevant at all.
Wonderful. For those of you who don't know what we mean by purple, so we have like camp that we do through our school every year.
That's not what I mean by purple.
That is what I mean by purple.
Purple is purple prose, like excessively descriptive English.
So, by purple, what I mean...
It means sex.
Like, cause girls are red, boys are blue, mix them together, you get purple!
Wow, actually, that's just stupid.
And the teachers always tell us don't make purple.
It's the funniest thing.
But that's not what we meant by that chapter. That's not what I meant.
Moving on to the horror section.
Yeah.
Again.
The blatant heterosexuality of our school is horror too. Anyway, before I get murdered, yeah,
Smart.
Dorian Gray, I'm gonna move on to some good horror manga.
Ooh.
Horror manga is like genuinely horrifying. Like, like it's one of the most scary mediums of horror I've ever seen in my life. Cause like the horror mangakas are so good, like with page turn jump scares and just shading and expression changes. They're good. Okay, so of course I have to. Of course I have to start with the master of horror manga himself, Junji Ito. He's done a lot of really, really good manga. Although a lot of his horror comes from distortion, like distorting the human body or other commonplace things. Like it's a lot of body horror. Like it's like some are pretty gruesome, some are not. But he's done so many that there's a really good range anyway. One of course his well-known works. There's Tomie, which is like a continuing series about this girl. Well, not a girl, but a being called Tomie. And then there's Uzumaki, which is the one about spirals that slowly take over a whole city. And I will not continue to talk about that. I liked the short one, Slug Girl. It's really good too.
Concerned.
Fuck, I forgot the name. Okay, one second. Hellstar Ramino. Hellstar Ramino is really good, but it's really fucked, and I had nightmares after that, so... I would recommend that you guys brace yourselves before reading Junji Ito if you don't know who he is, because Junji Ito, like, damn. Like, I don't know what to say. There was an anime adaptation made of his manga, the Junji Ito collection, but it's shit, don't watch it.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, some of his other good works. Hanging Blimp is really good. I think you can find it in a collection. Oh, one of his most famous ones is The Enigma of Amigara Fault, where basically one day people find this cliff with a lot of person-shaped holes in it and everyone becomes compelled to go into the hole that's shaped like them. Like, this hole was made for me.
Hello.
Yeah, and it's really short, but it's really good.
How do I know which one looks like me if I'm flat?
You will just know. Like, people just know, like, this hole is made for me, and then they go insane trying to get to the hole. Actually, that's not the worst part, but you know.
Just let him go in the hole. Okay, is there one that's like, chill and calm that we could start with instead of, like, go into a devil hole?
Well, Junji Ito made a manga about walking fish.
What?
Wait, I don't even remember what it's called.
The horror of our time.
Like, it literally just means fish. Fish. It's literally just fish that can walk. But he makes them surprising. It's like Sharknado, but like... Okay, that's like a terrible name. Okay, anyway, moving on from Junji Ito. Another really good horror manga. It's like my favorite horror manga, Trail of Blood. Or, what is it? Chi no Wadachi? Yeah. Chi no Wadachi is really good. It's not... There's no body horror. There's no, like, supernatural anything. It's just about this guy who goes on a hiking trip with his family, right? And so he starts...
Whenever some guy takes his family...
He doesn't take his family on a hiking trip, he's a kid.
Okay.
So his cousin, like, pretends to trip off a cliff.
Why?
To scare him as a prank.
Bro.
Like, basically, actually, I don't remember if that's actually what happened, but something, like, happens at a cliff.
Okay.
And the main character's life is ostensibly put in danger, right?
Fun.
And then his mom appears and fucking pushes his cousin off the cliff. And then we find out that his mom is fucking crazy.
Oh,
fun!
God.
And that's like the horror of it, because you can see her fucking going insane and he can't do anything about it. Because she's so charming and sweet that everyone else in the family loves her. So, like, only he knows that she tried to kill his cousin. And I say tried because, spoiler alert, the cousin actually is not dead. She just has irreparable brain damage.
Aww. Oh my lord.
And anyway, yeah, it's one of the best, like, horror mangas I've ever read. Like, because perspective, shading, everything is so good. Because, hold on. Actually, I would pull up panels from it, but you guys won't be able to see it, so... I'm getting chills just thinking about it.
We
it's
will link
really
it
good.
for you.
Last night I read this, it's called Signal 100, and it's fucking insane. So basically this teacher's getting, like, fucking pushed around by his class, and everyone's, like, even the faculty are bullying him. He can't get his class under control, they're all fucking insane. Well, yeah,
That's just
technically they
normal.
are. And so he tricks them into going to class in the audiovisual room, where he puts them all under a hypnosis. And there are 100. So afterwards, there are 100 hidden signals that if they do any single one of them, they'll commit suicide. And they don't know what the signals are.
I would just sit in a room and try not to do anything. Just not move.
They did try that, but
It was a signal and someone yeeted out of
no, it
existence.
actually wasn't. Sitting was fine. But yeah, the whole thing, it kind of like stretches out and it gets really convoluted later on. But it's pretty good, I'd say, because it delves into, it's kind of Lord of the Flies-ish, because all the students in the class, the way they're just panicking and like turning on each other and trying to get out of the situation, it's really fucked up. I would not recommend it if you're sensitive to gore, because while there's not a lot of body horror, there is some graphic violence. Because, you know, people are fucking committing suicide.
Right.
With the closest object they have. Which sometimes is not a very pretty thing. Haha!
We love it.
Literally one of the at some point I thought this was really funny. I swear I'm not a psychopath. But one of the signals was leave school. And at some point, one guy who had seen a snippet of the hypnosis video, so he knew a few of the signals, he told them all to get on the bus to leave school. And literally, they only barely stopped. One girl committed suicide because her seat was far out enough that it, like, was considered to be leaving school. But, yeah, anyway, the rule is that if all of the other classmates die, the last surviving classmate will get their hypnosis removed. That's the condition for the removal of the hypnosis.
Oh my god, how many kids were there?
I don't know, 30-something.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically you gotta watch, like, 30 plus kids die horribly.
Like the Hunger Games.
I was about to say
It's like the
that.
Hunger Games, but worse. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for horror manga.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Movies. Stephen King as usual. Like, if you're not into books, then you can do movies. There's this one movie, I'm not sure if a lot of people know about it. It's called Killing of a Sacred Deer. It's like this art house
terrifying.
horror. It's like this art house. I think it's really crazy. Like, there's not. It's not like jump scare horror, I would say.
Is it like psychological?
Yeah, it's like a thriller horror
Right.
thing.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I'd say that's one of the most potent ones, because you
Yeah.
can get over like slasher and gore, I'd say.
Although, like,
But psychological, it really gets into your head.
Then
Yeah.
it's dark.
It's
and
crazy. It's
Like,
terrifying.
what is it? Yeah, Killing of a Sacred Deer is more like creepy, I would say. Well, I mean, I guess it depends. I didn't find it terrifying, but the cinematography is really good. Emma, yeah. Then there's the Conjuring franchise. You should all watch it.
I love the Conjuring franchise.
I think Silence of the Lambs is good.
I've never seen that one actually.
I wasn't scared by it, but I'm pretty sure some people would be because it's Hannibal, so. Yeah.
Valid.
The Vengeance trilogy, it's in Korean, but it's really good. Wait, I forget what the first movie is called. Oops. Hold on. The Vengeance trilogy is really good. It's a South Korean one. It's made up of Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance, Old Boy, and Lady Vengeance, and they're really, really good.
Old boy.
Yeah, like, one of these is not like the others, but it's really good, I promise. Then there's Shutter Island. Shutter Island is really good. It's Leonardo DiCaprio, it's another one.
Ooh. Time to watch it.
There's one called The Witch, which is like about a Puritan family in the like colonial period. Ha, it gets wild. Like at some point the twins start talking to a goat.
I don't know if that's creepy or just laughable.
They're twins, so like
Oh, because it's twins, it makes it creepy automatically.
they're not identical twins, which makes it a bit less creepy.
Okay,
But, like,
fine.
I think that's like the first thing I remember of the movie. They're twins and they talk to a goat at some point.
I love it.
Shows that would be counted as horror, or TV shows or anime. I haven't actually watched that many horror movies because I'm long.
Valid.
Horror shows. Of course, like the one people like the most is Stranger Things these days. Although I wouldn't consider it a horror. I mean,
I guess it's horror, but
it's
I'd
horror.
say it more sci-fi probably.
It's more sci-fi, but like there's some jump scares, there's a little bit of fear. So if like you're not like into straight up horror, then yeah. And I mean the upside down things are kind of gruesome. The most horrifying part was when Dart fucking ate his cat. You know, like
you haven't seen it.
I've actually never watched it.
Okay, you need to.
Get educated.
Okay, so like at one point, one of the kids, he picks up a slug-looking thing that's actually one of the monsters, and he raises it, and it grows. Doesn't it fucking eat his cat?
I think it does.
Yeah, like that's the most horrifying part for me. It fucking eats his cat, but.
He's like, it's my pet. And I'm like, you.
Although to be fair, it kind of did imprint on him.
It did.
It actually imprinted on him.
Okay, so that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, so that one, there's this one show on Netflix called Dark. It's really good.
I think I was gonna watch that one, but I don't think I ever got around to it because it looked really good.
It's really good, you should go watch it. There's this one K-drama, it's called Kingdom. And it's not like explicitly horror, but like it's zombies. Like it's like feudal Korea politics, Game of Thrones, but Korean zombies.
Basically like politics versus the apocalypse, and like they interrupted.
That's basically Game of Thrones.
It's like the whole thing, but it's excellent.
That's the plot of Game of
I think the
Thrones.
cinematography too, like just the way they
No, it is.
piece
It really is.
together.
It's really good. Janae should watch it.
Man. The actors, like the extras, just playing the zombies are so talented.
Bro, imagine being an extra in that drama.
Amazing.
Yeah, anyway, you should watch it. So basically, there's this prince, and there's like an asshole family that's trying to take over the kingdom. And at some point, they like actually succeed, and he's like running around trying
So
to.
you know, like any normal power-hungry political family would do, they freaking make the emperor a freaking zombie.
Yeah, that's how it started. They were like,
That's
oh
the
yeah.
opening of the freaking show, and you can kind of guess how that might go wrong.
Literally the
Speechless.
first scene of the show, isn't it? That servant boy getting
It's-
like fucking devoured by the
Yeah,
emperor
that's
zombie.
literally the opening. It's not even
the
a
opening.
spoiler. Like it's
It's the opening theme. This is
intro.
not a spoiler.
the intro is them making the emperor a freaking zombie.
How do you make someone a zombie?
Rituals and also
Rituals, medicine.
We can't say how they make them.
They
zombies,
kill
so
them and
that's a
raise them
spoiler.
up.
Yeah,
We can't say what makes them a zombie
very
though.
special process.
A very special process.
With very specific
And
things.
season 3 should be coming out eventually, so
Eventually.
I don't want to say anything in case I jinx it.
Yeah.
There's this anime. I mean, anime horror is kind of. Actually, to be fair, animated horror is always a little for me because
Because it's
stylization.
Yeah.
Like, it's. Okay, there's a really good anime. I would say it's called Shiki. It's kind of vampires, but not really. Anyway, it's really good. You should all go watch it.
I feel like that's just the running theme. It's really good. Go watch it.
I mean, I'm not like an analytical person. Actually, I am, but you know. Anyway, let's move on to games. I'll try to speed through this. There's a game called, by this Taiwanese game studio. They have 2 games right now, Detention and Devotion. They're so fucking good. Devotion, a little, I'd say Devotion is scarier. Like, it has more, I'd say, well, of course, because Devotion came out after Detention, so of course they like made it, they improved and stuff. But Devotion has some like legitimately gory, like horrible things. I think I'm pretty sure this is the game where a streamer passed out while playing it.
oh my,
no thanks.
oh my god.
I'm too weak
But
for
anyway,
this.
I really like this studio's games because they're based in Taiwan and they have a lot of like Chinese culture or like Taiwanese culture in them. And so it's really nice to see that kind of representation from like a game studio and to see it done really well too. And then there's Doki Doki Literature Club.
Always fun.
It's a visual novel. It gets messed up. You should play it. It's not actually just cute girls. I promise. I mean, it actually is just cute girls. Just Monica. But it is just cute girls fucking around.
That's us.
That's a horrible explanation of Doki Doki Literature Club. Then
What was that one that we played like 2 years ago? The Binding of Isaac?
Oh, Binding of Isaac's a really... I wouldn't call it a horror, though.
No, but it was whack.
Pocket Mirror.
Oh, we stopped playing that one.
Yeah, Pocket Mirror is really good. It's because
I
she
was
kept
terrified.
dying. So Pocket Mirror is really good. The soundtrack's really good. Art is beautiful. Storyline good. Real cute.
Death Easy.
Death Easy.
Death.
Yes.
Much death.
There's a Japanese horror game. It's called Corpse Party. So fucking good. Like for a pixelated game with like only a few CGIs, it is really fucking good. Like it terrified the shit out of me. Like I've never been that terrified of a collection of literally 12 pixels.
The fear.
Yeah, there's an anime OVA made of Corpse Party. Please don't watch it. It's really shit. Like please do not.
Also, there's like recently, like there's like the Phasmophobia going around.
Phasmophobia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that would is.
Yeah.
Ghost hunting, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
No.
A
Terrified.
lot of the lads have been playing that. The lads. Yeah.
Yikes.
It's so funny though. Like they would send me pictures and like videos of them like
Dying.
crying like 5-year-olds.
Yeah.
And like chickening out of the house.
Honestly, mood. There's this side-scrolling horror game called Franbo. It's kind of quirky. It's pretty whimsical, but actually, I would say it's more psychedelic gaming than horror straight up. But it would count as horror because there is some like what the fuck. There's like a couple moments of jump scares, but it's mostly more creepy than anything else. But it's really good.
Right. I'd say that counts.
Yeah. There's Resident Evil, the franchise. Really amazing franchise. It's like a classic in the horror genre. Really would not advertise going into Resident Evil if you're not into body horror because
Isn't it also like a movie? Isn't that a movie?
I'm pretty sure it must be.
I don't know.
It must be.
I'm not cultured.
Then there's the Dark Pictures series, which is... Well, the first one was Until Dawn, and then the second one was Man of Medan, and I think the third one, Little Hope, should be coming out soon. Yeah, they're really cool. They're like survival games where you have to make a choice once in a while, and each one affects your bearing. And then there's also quick time events where
So
you
I'd
have
probably
to,
be dead.
Yes, you would definitely be dead. I feel like there's trial versions they give at game conventions where like the point is that you're supposed to experience the game so you literally cannot die. I feel like she would manage to kill off all her characters anyway.
You would probably be right.
Yeah. And if you want to get spooked, you can go to Reddit. No sleep Reddit. It's really good. I mean, there's some
I
good
value
stories
my
on there.
sleep.
There are some good stories on there.
No.
Alright.
We're gonna skip reading those because I don't want nightmares.
There's this
Thank
Japanese
you.
creepypasta site called Koabana. You can go check it out if you want. It's very good. I recommend Hashaku and Kisaragi Station. They're very famous. People know them. Spooky. And then there's like this kind of creepypasta that are like riddles. Like you have to solve the riddle.
Give
and
us
they're
one.
Scary and so there's this really good Tumblr blog. Like it doesn't update anymore, but it's called Okaruta. Like the Japanese way you say occult, and it's really good. Let me find a good
I'm gonna
riddle
summon
for you
something.
guys.
It's just gonna come out of a wall. We're just gonna be like, we have done something wrong.
Hold on, let me find a good one.
I'm terrified. I do not trust her at all.
Hold on. Let me find the one I like.
Please.
I'm trying to find one that's short enough to speak. You guys just... I'll probably cut out this section.
We'll vibe. But like, scary riddle. How do you solve a scary riddle? You get a nightmare.
My mind's like short-circuiting right now, and all I'm thinking about is the time that one of our friends found like a page where you can like hire hitmen to like kill people.
Oh my god, what the frick? Oh, he was on the dark web, wasn't he?
It was hilarious.
It was great.
So
we have
funny.
the
I'm
what's
pretty sure
it?
I have
like
the
business
screenshot of
card
that.
or something.
It's hilarious. I
It's
mean,
so
it's
funny.
not because it's concerning, but
Hitman, but it's
very
great that
concerning,
he
but
was able to find it.
I know. It was just like, hey guys, hey, look at this. And
It was
look at
actually
prices,
they were
listen.
playing some sort of like Price is Right type of
Yeah.
game, and so they were like guessing the price of things, and he was like
Yeah.
the price of a
Dumbest shit.
hitman, and I was like, too much for my liking.
It was kind of insane.
It was
It was actually very concerning seeing that it was a very legitimate thing. You know what I mean? It was like a murder, a torture. You know, like.
I was like, I don't know. There's too many choices.
Oh my gosh. And the funniest thing is that they had like terms and conditions. Like,
It was
as a front.
great.
It was so funny. Wait, I'm gonna see if I can find it right now.
It was so funny.
Actually, some of these riddles aren't that scary. They're just sad.
Because he like sent us that screenshot like way out of context.
Yeah.
We're like, are you gonna kill us? What are you trying to say to us right now? But it was really funny because they also found like, they found some weird stuff. I was like, y'all need to get your head out of the dark web, please, because I don't need the government coming to find us. Thank you.
I'm trying to find one that like won't get us like flagged.
We can just not do it then.
No, some of these aren't that bad. Okay, I have one that'll like show you what kind of like thing.
Here, I found it.
Oh, the hitman.
Okay, it's Slayer's assassination and life-ruining services.
Slayer.
Oh my god.
He sounds 100%. What if he's like living in like Iceland and I want him to go kill someone in Antarctica? Do I have to pay for his flights?
It's hilarious. Like, honestly, I don't know how serious to take this because I feel like it might be legitimate, you know? But also, it's so funny. Like, they have like their freaking like terms and conditions, and it's like, we don't accept unrealistic hits.
You can't kill the president. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You're not
So
allowed.
it's split into three categories of under assassinations, life-ruining, and miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous.
I would like a
Miscellaneous. Okay, anyway, so I have a riddle. This
boy.
isn't really scary, but it'll let you guys figure out the kind of thing I'm talking about.
All right, go
Okay,
for
so
it.
it's called Older Sister.
I'm already.
Terrified.
I believe. Okay, let me just read.
Okay.
I believe in the paranormal. When I was a little girl, I used to talk to an older girl I called Sister. We used to wear the same dirty clothes, and we lived together. But one day, I just couldn't see her anymore. My mom and dad won the lottery. We had been really poor, and I was told that I just made up my sister because I didn't have any other friends. I'm happy now, but the lottery money is running out.
I'm sorry. What?
I'm so worried already.
I don't even.
I bet she did have a sister, but she freaking like got killed or something.
Because they were so poor.
Yeah.
They had to slit the sister to
Kill
live.
a child. to have
Which is
one
why
less
she's
mouth.
worried about the lottery money running out, because then she gonna die.
Is that what
Oh, we figured it out. Yeah!
Well, technically, the solution is that they sold the older sister.
Oh.
Lottery money.
Yeah, they didn't kill her.
Shit.
Big brain moment.
So yeah, that's the kind of like riddle it's about.
Okay then!
That's awful. I'm sorry.
If you want something, there's a lot of like scrolling webtoons or like webcomics that are really spooky.
Oh, I accidentally like stumbled across this. I hate
How do you accidentally stumble across it?
accident? No. Okay, I can explain.
Okay,
You best.
So you know, like basically, like on Pinterest.
Into the dark web we go.
You know, like if you just keep clicking and scrolling, you'll venture
You'll get somewhere,
deeper
yeah.
and deeper into the subfeeds, and it just gets weirder and weirder. So that's
Yeah.
kind of how it happened. It's bad.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
If you're too scared to do it on your own, there's a lot of YouTubers
figure
who will like record themselves reading these mangas or web comics, and you can watch that and hide in the comments and just listen to them reading it.
Yeah.
They're usually pretty funny
Yeah.
because they're panicking a lot.
I'm
and
not
stuff.
bringing a demon in my home.
Anyway,
No.
That's all we have for this episode. We'll link some stuff, the stuff that we mentioned down below in the description.
Whippy Theon.
Today's special broadcast message of the day is Happy Protestant Reformation Day and Happy Candy Dress-Up Day!
Yay! Because we're all
children
good
of Jesus.
Christian children, and we don't worship the devil.
Kumbaya!
My lord!
Anyway, the next episode host will be the person on my left.
Yeah, because I know exactly who that is.
It's you.
It's Jimmy.
Yeah, I'll be doing it.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Please give us more ideas. We actually have quite a few now that our brains and creativity are actually happening, but we still want to know from you 11 subscribers whom we love.
We've got a
It's 8, yikes.
We've got a Twitter and a SoundCloud. We are on Anchor. We are on Spotify. You cannot escape us.
We're inevitable.
cannot.
We are inevitable.
Mwahaha. Spooky laugh.
Alright.
Spooky laugh.
I'm inevitable. Okay, stay high, stay safe,
Spill
the insanity.
drink water,
Stay
and
hydrated,
stay
stay
hydrated.
safe.
Wash your hands. Wear a mask, please.
Wear
if anyone,
Yes.
if anybody here is like American, please wear a fucking mask. Like, I watch American news,
I should feel offended, but I'm with you.
and the amount of people I see in crowds who are not wearing masks. Please wear a mask. It's for your own safety.
And
anyway,
for others.
Yeah, it's for your own
Peace
safety.
out, y'all.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.